Home. A place of a crystal blue sea, warmth, simple Sunday afternoons spent on the beach, sunsets, the sounds of crickets and the waves. I spent last 2 months in Portugal, and I have to say I really missed this, the feeling of home. There truly is something special in coming back after you've been gone for a while. You're back, but you see everything through different eyes, because time spent away brought new perspectives into your life. It broadened your horizons, your way of thinking. It moved you out of your comfort zone, and most importantly, it deepened you in some way. It deepened your way of thinking, it deepened your knowledge, your experiences. And that feeling of depth we have inside ourselves and depth in the things we do is something I'm always striving for. Those first days back home are the most magical ones. The ones when we see things through the eyes of someone who is seeing everything for the first time. We realize how beautiful everything is. We become grateful for the most usual things in our everyday lives. The things we used to take for granted are suddenly the most precious things we have. Okay, so since I've been away for quite some time, 2 months, I need to take care of all my houseplants, and there is a lot. And a lot of things happened. Some of them died, some of them need repotting, and there is a lot of things that need to be done. While I was away, my mom was taking care of them, she was watering them, and I'm really thankful because if she didn't do that, all of them would be just dead. So first I'm gonna throw away all the dead plants. So these are my coffee plants. I actually had an idea to grow my own coffee so I can drink my own coffee. But coffee plants need a lot of attention and I don't know, just moisture, and they need to be under right light. So when I'm not here, nobody's checking so often on them. So I think they needed a little bit more water. Anyway, I'm gonna start from the beginning. What? It's nature. Things die and you have to accept it. And while I'm doing this, I want to give you like one little tip. So, tip from my mom. Nettle plants. That's the plant you can find in nature that burns you if you touch it. So if you collect that and soak it in the water, the bucket of water, You can use that as fertilizer for the plants, and it's actually so good. My mom said that whenever she does that, whenever she fertilizes plants with that, they're so green and the vegetables are so big. So that's one way you can use it. And the other way I used it is for like diseases on plants, my house plants. Like my monstera plants, when I came back, was full of this little tiny bugs that were eating the plant, and I couldn't get rid of them. I was using like the thing that I bought in the store that was supposed to remove the little bugs, but it didn't work. I was spraying every single day, but they would come back. And the moment I sprayed it with the nettle that was soaking in the water, they were gone. They never came back. So you can use it. You can use that nettle soaked water for fertilizing the soil, but also for removing the bugs from the plants. It works. But I have to warn you, it smells extremely, extremely bad. It smells like shit. But really, like shit. The whole garden smells terrible when we water plants with that. But it works. Poor guy. This was really beautiful plant. I think I lost like half amount of plants I had, because I get away for long periods of time and then I don't get to care for my plants, so a lot of them died. Firstly, when my first plant died, I was so sad, but then you just get used to it that plants die and it's nature, and you start from the beginning. And some plants fight so much. You think they're gone, they're dead, but they survive actually, and they fight. It's so interesting to watch. I learn a lot from my plants, but some of them are so beautiful. Like, look at this. This is my Pilea plant. It's so beautiful. And also my pothoses are doing great. And I have three of those like this. I need to see what I'm gonna do with these strings. I'm gonna cut them, or am I gonna make them like climb through the walls? I think it would look cool because I'm in this attic area and I think it would look really witchy and I like that. So I think I'm gonna make them climb all over the roof. Yeah! In the mornings, I come to the garden to water the plants, and sometimes I just sit there and watch the pollinators. I love those little details of nature. When you come closer and observe the little worlds and communities that exist. In the early summer, the garden is thriving and we have a lot of vegetables. Zucchinis, cucumbers and tomatoes are our main ones. We always had them, since I was a kid. That's one thing I'll always remember, and that will always bring me that feeling of summer and home. I'll always remember how I had to go to the garden every single day to pick up fresh tomatoes and cut them for the salad. So for me, honestly, if there is no tomatoes, there is no summer. Also, these blackberries were here since I was a kid. Every single summer, the bush is full of them, and you can just come every single morning to pick fresh blackberries for your breakfast or eat them just right away. And I think it's such a luxury to have that, to have things planted in the garden that you can just eat right away at the spot. I got these flowers from my neighbor. We are always at the same time in the morning in our garden. She's doing her thing. I'm usually watering the plants, so she gave me the flowers. It's so nice, so cute. We're always in the morning, so I wake up at like 6 a.m. just so I can water the garden, because outside is too hot. There is no way you can be outside in the middle of the day and do something in the garden. So it has to be done early in the morning. So until 8:30 a.m. you have to be done with everything you want to do in the garden. It gets like 30 or 33 degrees outside. Just no way you can do anything. And in the evening I can't do anything in the garden because I work. It's my like summer job. So I only have mornings, and since I work until 11 p.m. and I have to wake up at 6 a.m. to water the garden, I get really tired because I don't go to sleep at 11. I work until 11, so I go to sleep at like midnight, sometimes later, and so I get really tired because I don't even get 6 hours of sleep sometimes. There. Oh, flowers. I really miss the old summer days, the summer days as they were when I was a kid. I would spend my whole time outside, just running around, being barefoot, spending time on the beach, swimming, soaking up the sun. My skin would be so dark, now it's so white. That's a sign that I'm not outside as much as I should be, and I should be much more because I'm spending whole days inside behind my laptop just working and working. But it has to be done. It has to be done. But I think I'm not born for that kind of lifestyle. I'm born to spend time outside and run around, be in nature and swim. It's summer, come on. I'll have to do something about it because I can't live like this. But on the bright side, there is more of you on this channel, more new faces, and I'm so glad to see that. I'm really happy, and thank you for the views, thank you for your support in the comments. It really means a lot. So once again, thank you, and I'm hopefully gonna see you in the next video. Swim more and soak up the sun.